What if I told you? Success isn't what you can buy. It's what you don't have to buy. Pause for a second. Think about that. What if the real flex is not the car you drive, not the clothes you wear, but the pressure you don't feel? What if looking poor is actually the smartest financial decision you could ever make? In this video, we're going to break down 3 powerful ideas. Number 1, how looking poor builds real freedom. Number 2, how it helps you build actual wealth, not just appearances. And number 3, how it gives you something money alone can't buy: peace of mind. And to really understand this, let me tell you a story. 2 brothers, John and Steve. Same parents, same house, same opportunities. They grew up eating at the same table, going to the same schools, learning the same lessons about money. Only difference, a 2-year age gap. Now, fast forward, they're both adults. They both live in the city, they both have jobs, and interestingly, they both earn the exact same salary. $50,000 a year, same income, same starting point, but completely different lives. Let's start with John. John believes something most people believe. If I look successful, then I am successful. So he builds a lifestyle that looks impressive. He drives a $45,000 Mercedes-Benz. Not because he needs it, but because it makes a statement. Every few years, he upgrades, because in his mind, you can't be seen driving the same car for too long. He lives in a luxury apartment in the most expensive part of the city. Rent, $2,200 every single month. Nice view, modern design, everything perfect on the outside. His clothes, designer. His watch, expensive. His lifestyle, carefully curated to impress. And if you saw John on the street, you'd probably think, this guy is doing really well. But here's what you don't see. His bank account balance? Barely $1,000. His credit card debt? Over $20,000. And that car? Still being paid off. Every month. Now let's break this down. John earns $50,000 a year. But his total expenses? Around $48,500. That means he saves just $1,500 a year. That's only 3%. 3%. Pause. Think about that. Now imagine living like that. Every single month, money comes in and almost all of it goes out. No cushion, no backup, no breathing room. At night, John lies in bed, staring at the ceiling, not relaxed, not peaceful, but worried. What if I lose my job? What if something happens? What if I can't keep up? Even a small emergency, like a $2,000 bill, can completely shake his life. And it doesn't stop there. His relationships? They're complicated. People expect things from him. Friends expect him to pay. Family expects support. Because from the outside, John looks rich. And when people think you're rich, they treat you like you're rich. So now John is trapped in a cycle of spending just to maintain an image. Every year, he has to prove something. A new car, new clothes, new gadgets. Because the moment he stops, people will notice. And here's the scary part. If John loses his job today, everything falls apart. Not slowly, immediately. The apartment, gone. The car, at risk. The lifestyle, finished. And the people around him, some of them, will disappear too. Because they were never there for him. They were there for what he looked like. Now, let's look at Steve. Steve made a different choice. He decided he doesn't need to impress anyone. So his life looks simple. He drives a used Toyota worth $5,000. No attention, no compliments, just a car. That works. He wears simple clothes, clean, neat, but nothing flashy, no designer logos, no pressure. He lives in a modest apartment for about $900 a month. Not luxurious, but comfortable, affordable, sustainable. Now, from the outside, Steve looks average, maybe even poor to some people. But here's what they don't see. Steve has over $40,000 in savings. He invests money every single month. And most importantly, he has zero debt. Zero. Now let's break his numbers down. Steve earns the same $50,000, but he only spends about $30,000 a year, which means he saves $20,000 every year. That's 40%, not 3%. 40%. That's more than 13 times what John saves. Pause. Let that sink in. Now, imagine living like Steve. You wake up, not worried. You go to sleep, peacefully. No anxiety, no pressure. If an emergency happens, you're ready. If you lose your job, you're okay. Not for a week, not for a month, but for months, even years. And his relationships, they're real. His friends don't care about money. His girlfriend is with him for who he is, not what he owns. Even his family, they don't pressure him because they think he's just doing okay. But Steve isn't just okay, he's in control. He's stable. He's free. And this idea is not just a story. Even Warren Buffett, one of the richest people in the world, still lives in the same house. He bought for $31,500 in 1958. Think about that. He could buy anything, anywhere, anytime. But he doesn't feel the need to prove anything. Because real wealth is quiet. John looks rich, but he's financially fragile. Steve looks poor, but he's financially powerful. John has status, but no peace. Steve has peace, without needing status. John is constantly proving something. Steve has nothing to prove. John is controlled by his lifestyle. Steve controls his life. Here's the truth most people never learn. When you stop trying to impress people, everything changes. You gain freedom. You're no longer trapped by expectations. You remove anxiety. Because you're not constantly trying to keep up. You build real wealth. Because your money stays with you and grows. And most importantly, you create security. The kind where unexpected problems don't destroy your life. Looking poor is not about having less. It's about having control. It's about choosing peace over pressure, freedom over attention, wealth over appearance. So ask yourself, be honest, do you want to look rich or actually be rich? Because one gives you attention and the other gives you freedom. And at the end of the day, when everything is stripped away, when no one is watching, when it's just you and your life, only one of those choices will truly matter. The goal is to have freedom, not to impress people you don't know.